going, Canada? I'm your social media host, Kenzie Lalonde, and I am here with one of the 4 female finalists for the 26th Annual BLG Awards, Paloma Anderson. She is from Acadia University. You'll probably recognize her from the basketball court. She made quite a name for herself this year once again. And she's from Phoenix, Arizona, and she's studying sociology. So we're going to take a few minutes and get to know her a little better. So how's it going, Paloma?
Going pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So let's start things off and kind of what does it mean to you to be nominated for the BLG Awards for Youth Sports Athlete of the Year for the second time in your career?
Well, honestly, the first year I went, I was a bit shocked. You know, I was when I actually went to Calgary with the other nominees. I was sitting with gold medalists from the Olympics and national champions, and I just kind of felt like I had no business being there. But over the years, I feel like I've proven that I can be, the top 8 in the country or top 4 in the country to, be nominated for such an award. So it's pretty a humbling experience, and like it feels nice to know that like in order to get to somewhere like that, there's a group of other people that believe maybe in the same mentality that I have, and so they believe that I should be there, and that, I don't know, it shows a lot of gratitude, and I'm pretty thankful for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So how would you say you've grown both personally and athletically then since your first nomination back in 2016?
I think athletically the stats speak for itself. Every year I feel like I've grown in every category of the stats. I've grown as like a player on and off the floor and a teammate on and off the floor. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I always had high expectations for myself, but over the years I just kind of took a back seat and like just followed like in the footsteps of my teammates and how like they just cherished, I guess, like the person playing next to them rather than like their achievements at the end of the game or like their stats. And in the beginning of like my seasons, like I didn't really figure it out, and then in the second year I kind of started to get it, and in my third year I just kind of realized like this isn't about like if I'm an MVP or if I'm riding the bench. It's about we're winning and we're destroying teams, so like why not? Yeah. Like, I don't know, be happy and appreciate that. So
yeah. And you were born in New York City but then grew up in Phoenix, so what kind of factors then led to you to want to play university basketball here in Canada?
Well, in NCAA you only play 4 years.
That's right.
So here in Canada you can play for 5, and so I figured if I could never go pro, then I would want to play out all of my years and get a change of scenery, and so I definitely got both. So.
Definitely a change of scenery, like you said. So you have been living in Wolf, Nova Scotia then for quite some time. So what kind of have you grown to love about the city over your 5 years?
Well, I'm not really a fan of the weather.
That's right. It's rainy, windy.
Yes. But I think, I don't know, being in Wolfville, like, I got the opportunity to fall in love with the fact that I kind of grown in the area, so I wasn't now bouncing from team to team, or I wasn't bouncing from state to state, or in this case, province to province. I actually stuck in one area for a couple years, so I got to know a bunch of like little kids that would come to our games, and like that in itself is so humbling to see a little kid come up to you and ask for like your autograph or genuinely appreciate your success or like a bad game if you had a bad game. And I really fell in love with like my profs. Like they're such dope people, and like a lot of the times like some people don't get relationships with their profs. Yeah. And I felt like over the years like I've got to know them, and like they come to support me at games and stuff, and like at championship games, and like a lot of students they can't say they get that. And so I fell in love with like the people here. I fell in love with the children that I've got to know over the past couple of years, and I don't know, I'm just surrounded by a lot of like love, support. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. So, and as a child, you kind of grew up playing soccer and track and field stories. So, what kind of led you to take up and play the game of basketball? Did someone kind of introduce it to you? Did you watch people play it?
Well, I started playing basketball first, but as corny as it sounds, I never really played. I had an older brother, and so
Classic.
I found the annoying little sister that stuck around him and said, "Come on, Mom said you have to take me with you." So we would go, and like he would play at school, and so I would always kind of wait there and wish he would pick me, but I was like 4'3", so like they would never pick me. And so after a while, you know, he would kind of let me play. And then as I got a little older, I kind of like, I just like to play sports in general. So I kind of like played soccer in high school and track and field and stuff. And after a while, when I got a little bigger, you know, like 4'9", I finally got to play. Like I got to play alongside with my brother, and like he kind of like showed me the ropes or whatever. And so yeah, I guess I know it was kind of like him that kind of introduced me to the sport, and I had a best friend that like we just all played together, and yeah, I've been playing ever since.
Awesome. So I know in also recent years you have been a co-coach for the Kings Special Olympic basketball team. So why do you think it's important that individuals in all abilities have the opportunity to partake in sports?
Well, I got to coach like last year, but I've always been around it. So like even in Arizona, my mom used to work with like people with you know, disabilities and stuff, and so I've always kind of grew up around it. But I think there's this idea that like maybe because like someone is in a wheelchair or like they have like an illness or something, that because of the nature of sports that they're incapable of playing those sports. And I think like being surrounded by people with disabilities and being surrounded by people with abilities just of a different nature, like you just have to change up the sport. And I think like we're just so stuck on like how athletic like people are, and like you know, people run or they're fast or this or that. And to me, I felt like when I got to watch like people in Special Olympics, is they're hella of good athletes as well. Like they're super dope athletes, but they just have to do it a different way. Right. And when you figure that part out, like no one is like the same. And even like I'm not going to be the same player as the player next to me. Just like the person in Special Olympics, they're not going to be the same player that I might be, but they might be better in a different way. Like, and I think when you start to figure that out and you start to learn about that, then the idea of people in Special Olympics, people that, you know, like play all these sports with disabilities, like you appreciate them more. They're just doing it in a different way. And I've seen some athletes that like you wouldn't want to get hit by them. They probably leave you out, like, or like they're fast, like they might be able to outrun some of the people that run. And like, you know, and I just feel like you need to like, I guess, step out of the ignorant like mindset, just be a little bit educated on it, and then you'll start to appreciate those people.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can tell you're very passionate about that, so that's a very nice outlook. It's well explained. You're quite passionate about that. So thank you so much for spending time with me today. Paloma, we definitely got a good perspective of who you are and your beliefs and what you're passionate about, and enjoy going from coast to coast shortly, all the way from East Coast to West Coast to enjoy the award show. So all the best, Paloma, and thanks so much for sitting down with me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.